FF14, but it's not the whole thing, it's that same game in that many minutes.
What happens in the story? There's a big... I want to get into the Praetorium, which is behind that force field. They are... Oh, wow. First timer. Yeah, there's a force field. We're just gonna hit a few bosses and disable force fields. That's pretty much all it is. Uh-oh. Don't... Okay. Running away from goons. So you got goons, you got goon trash, and then we come up to... Wow, first boss in there, which I think is just a Magitech armor. This thing is very Magitech heavy. Oh, there he is now, behind door goon. It's... Oh. I like that they use the Yoshitaka Amano version of Magitech armor to put in game. They actually used two of them. There's the Magitech Reaper and then the Magitech... I forget what the other one is. But yeah, I have them both as mounts. This is the one up ahead is the classic one. The second one is, if you remember the fight in the beginning of the game... Oh god, this is loud. When Terra and Locke and Edgar are running away from Kefka the first time he visits Figaro Castle, and they fight those two Magitechs, it's that model. They've got, like, claws. It's pretty cool. Meanwhile, this design... Let's see if we can't, yeah, get a good look at it. There you go. This design seems to be what they used on the cover, at least of the Japanese version. This is... I like it. Sometimes it's very difficult to sort of realize Amano's artwork in-game, and I think they did a good job with this Magitech armor. But yeah, in FF6, you've got the Magitech armor sprite that's used in, you know, in Narsh and on the map and everything. But in-game it's represented by both of the Magitech armors. The Amano version, which you see in the intro of FF6, but then the in-battle version, which is the one with claws. I can't even skip this dialogue. I can't even control how fast it goes. That's how gross this is. So yeah, I'm wondering if the claw armor was done by a different artist, or... Because yeah, I think FF6's monster design was done by somebody else. So maybe they just decided to incorporate both the Amano armor and the monster design armor, which is cool! I like when they do stuff like that. I like when there are different visions of an asset, and in future games they end up incorporating both as like different families of that thing. Like in FF11 I thought this was kind of cute, because the enemy Cactar has been translated and localized in so many different ways. They just used all of them. In Japanese it's called Sabotender, but in English it was originally translated in FF6, I believe, as Cactrot, but then it became Cactar. And so they just said, fuck it. In FF11, the whole family is comprised of, yeah, you got Sabotender, you got Cactar, you got Cactrot, and they've got everything in between. They got some other ones. Same with Marlboro. They used all the different translations and localizations of those names to sort of give the illusion of, look, it's a robust family of monsters. It's clever. Why can't I skip? Okay. Oh, scene 1. See, yeah, get used to that shit. But like I said, this is where I'm gonna start trimming cutscenes because, holy crap, it's a lot. So in order to disable those force fields that we saw earlier, we are gonna do a little avalanche-style terrorism and blow up a reactor. Not a reactor, blow up a pipeline. To do something? I don't think that disables the force field, but it helps us get further into this base. Ow, ow, paralyzed, can't move! Tackling these story missions at 50, hitting 50 and hitting level 50 content means I'm finally playing a version of my characters that feels like they're almost complete. I feel like at level 50, you've kind of got most of your bread and butter moves, which is nice. You can kind of play everything from here on out naturally. Because as you saw before, I had to sometimes alter my playstyle based on what moves were available to me, which mostly with Samurai, in regard to Higambana and Goken and all that shit. Alright, coming up on boss number 2, which is just, it's not a Magitech armor in the traditional sense. It's a spiky boy. Oh, we're not even in there yet. We're not even there yet. Oh my god. Oh yes we are, thank god. There he is. Look at him. He's got drill hands. Edward Drillerhands. Alan Lutz. What a name. Oh, these are all great names. And look, obligatory weeb name. You know what? I don't know the hard numbers. I don't have the data, but I'm pretty sure every party I've ever been in this game has included at least one Japanese name. Tell me I'm wrong. Oh, I should not have done AoE. Oh, now folks are on my ass. That was poorly thought out. Fortunately, Magitech Vanguard F1 is almost dead. Please be completely dead. Welcome to Movie Phone. Who's blowing up doors again? Is it? Oh, it's Sid. Okay. He loves to do that. This Magitech armor suit that he's riding comes into play in the Praetorium, the next dungeon as well, in kind of a fun way. I mean, I'm sure it was once fun. Now it's just a chore, because I've done it so many times. Boy, it seems like a lot of my complaints with this game could be answered with just play another game. Damn, Sid is buff. I like that Sid is like hot dad. Sid is hot dad in this one. I think this is the hottest Sid has ever been. Which, I think it works. And I mentioned this in another episode, I watched that no-clip FF14 documentary, and they had some brief clips of Sid from 1.0. I didn't realize they gave him a beard for 2.0, but I guess that makes sense. Like, hey, we're revising this world. Shit went down. Folks have seen some shit. Sid, I guess Sid was already a man. Now he's a double man. Now he's mature. He's got a beard. I can't tell if his hair is naturally white or if he's an old. I've always just thought of him as being old, but I don't know. Maybe he's like he's a Steve Martin. Maybe he's just had white hair since he was 4 years old. One of the fun additions to this dungeon is these mini cannons that you can fire at goons. I can scatter Goon Squad with cannon power, but I gotta be careful not to get hit while I'm doing so. Chasing a giant Colossus, throwing Chakram at him. We're coming up to kind of an annoying mini-boss. There's a Magitech Colossus that goes invincible for periods of time until something? Again, like a lot of dungeons I'm going to talk about in this series, I just dove into this one without reading up on strategies. Picked up the strategies as I went along, but never really picked up the reasons for why things were happening. So I still don't know how the next boss gets out of his invulnerability state. He gets tethered by stuff, but it's untargetable stuff? So, like, I have no fucking idea. I have definitely partied with Stella Azure before. We're waiting here for 3 claws to spawn. And then we're gonna kill him, and then Colossus spawns. Wow, I got that off just in time. Alright, these go down, easy peasy. And then see, this big dude who just spawns here in a sec. He eventually gets tethered by 3 things. Not sure how to deal with them. Maybe just kill other stuff. Where are you? Spawn! There he is! Alright, yeah, this big boy. Magitech Colossus Rubicatus. Now he's tethered by these untargetable hands. What's the deal? What's the deal with Magitech Colossus? Oops, I look dumb for hitting an invulnerable thing. Oh, good, and he's down. Good lord, that took a while. Oh no, I've been bested by Warriors of Light. Fine work. Thank you, Sid. We're coming up on a cool thing here where folks like to spell out Sid's name with map markers. Oh, I hope they do it this one. It's cute. What a fun player base. Kablamzos. Oh, there goes tower. There goes part of the shield. Yeah, I did it. I'm Sid. What's this Sid's name? What's his last name? Crap, Sid. They all have. I'm coming up blank here. Garland. That's it. That's right, because it always reminded me of Garland from FF1. What do you mean this scene cannot be skipped? There is Livia Sastunius, whom we saw in a previous cutscene after a primal. She was talking to Nero Tolskeva, whom we will see in the next mission, the Praetorium. Alright, back to work. Let's pick up this, there we go. And Peloton for good measure, and off we go. Move, why am I stuck? Okay, bye. Ow! Alright, all good. Oh, did we already pass the Sid part? I might be dumb. Anyway, dealing with it, we gotta shut off these searchlights here. Oh, good, someone did. Bye. And then we get a little cutscene, and then it's boss time, finally. Oh god, it always goes to cutscene right before I'm gonna pull off a move. Moshi Moshi, Warrior of Light Des. Yes, it's me. Hi. Come on, come on. It doesn't take anybody this long to read this. I've got mortars. That's a boss gimmick, as you'll see in just a bit. That robot just pooped. Ah, I can use that! Pretty sneaky, sis. Okay, let's try this again. Let's try my damage again. Stop! Can you... Are you done? Oh, I was in a thing. I was in a very confined space, and I was wondering why I couldn't go anywhere. Would you look at that? Assault craft is destroyed. Now we can move on to the actual... Oh, she's taken notice. Uh-oh. Oof. Look at all this senseless destruction going down. And the barrier's down. I like her design, but she does have goofy gun arms, which... I'm not a physicist, nor do I know a whole lot about firearms, but wouldn't the concussive force of firing a revolver shot on a thing connected to your arm, wouldn't that just shatter your wrist? Wouldn't that shatter your arm bones? I don't know. I'm not good with science, so I could be wrong. And geez, you better hope that your fingers are not in the way, because holy crap. Oh, I really want that white Magitech armor as a mount, though. That is cool looking. Alright. And now, back to the trash. We gotta get rid of these guys before we can start Bosso. But these guys don't take long. They down, and here we go. So she's sitting there in the center. We have got to go to these Magitech missiles, examine them, have the claw load missiles into the artillery cannons, and then fire the cannons at her. It's a whole process. Thankfully, it's as gimmicky as these MSQ roulette things get. But good lord, did I not realize this the first time until someone told me. There we go. And there's still people who run this who don't know this mechanic and just run around doing nothing, waiting for other people to do it, which is one of my pet peeves. Peebs? It's one of my Mario Van Peebles. Is people not doing mechanics, electing to not know mechanics, just run around like chickens with their head cut off, waiting for other people to do the fight for them. That pisses me off. And I've been that person, and I've always felt intense shame when that happens. Come on, ABL, always be loading. Magitech missile. And unsurprisingly, every time you hit her with... That better hit... Fuck off. She walked right out of it. Every time you successfully hit her, she turns her attention to you. So you gotta kind of stay in the middle, just so that you don't lead her away from cannons on the opposing side. Just keep her in the center, hit her with mortar, and you're all good. Please hit. There we go. So yeah, now she targets me. I'm gonna stay in the center. I'm gonna walk out of that. And we're good to go. She's almost dead. One more hit should do it. Hello? There we go. Alright, she's off her armor. Now we're just doing the one-on-one. Sorry, not one-on-one. We're doing the 8-on-1. Oh, Warrior of Light, how come you're the champion? You do things real good, and you don't get seduced by primals. How come? You got such a weird power. We want to study you. You even killed Frittatas. He was a great guy. He had giant shield arms. He did that thing in Dragon Quest IX where you can equip 2 shields on someone, but for real. Oh, look at this. Oh, self-entitled millennials, am I right? Well, nor can you. You know, I read ahead into the script. Things don't turn out great for you, or him. There we go. Fighting time. Don't kill me. Ow, ow, paralyzed. Can't move.